Hello. Have you ever found yourself wondering why your legs feel weaker? Even though you eat right, stay active, and follow your doctor's advice. Why the stairs in your home seem steeper? Or why standing up from your favorite chair takes a bit more effort these days? Is it just aging, or could something else be subtly sabotaging your strength? Let me ask you a bold question. What if the very fruits you've trusted for decades are now working against you? Yes, fruits, the long-touted heroes of healthy eating. Bright, colorful, full of vitamins. We've been told since childhood to eat more of them. But here's what most seniors are never warned about. Not all fruits are good for aging bodies. In fact, some may be doing silent damage to your legs, joints, and circulation, especially if you're over 60. According to the Centers for Disease Control and Prevention, CDC, falls are the leading cause of injury among older adults in the U.S. And often, these falls are rooted not in clumsiness, but in weakened leg muscles, impaired balance, and subtle inflammation that slowly builds up over time. You might blame age, arthritis, or even your shoes. But what if the sugar in that banana or the acid in that pineapple is part of the problem? Let's talk science for a moment. As we age, our metabolism slows. Our circulation becomes more sluggish, and the small vessels that feed our muscles and joints lose flexibility. Some fruits, especially those high in fructose, natural acids, and certain anti-nutrients, can trigger or worsen chronic inflammation, spike blood sugar, and even interfere with calcium absorption, all of which directly impact leg strength and joint function. A 2022, study from the Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that frequent consumption of high fructose fruits was linked to increased inflammatory markers in people over 55. Another report from the Mayo Clinic highlights that acidic fruits can exacerbate arthritis symptoms, particularly in the knees, hips, and ankles, the very joints that keep us moving independently. You may be eating these healthy fruits daily, thinking they're supporting your wellness. But if you're noticing unexplained swelling in your calves, tightness in your thighs, or ankle discomfort after just a short walk, it might be time for a serious reevaluation. And here's the most worrying part. The damage is silent. You won't feel an instant reaction. There's no rash, no fever. Just a slow erosion of leg power, until one day, you find yourself holding onto walls for balance, or worse, fearing the next step you take. But do not lose heart. There is a solution. In this series, I'll reveal the 7 most harmful fruits that seniors should limit or avoid entirely, explain why they weaken your legs, and show you exactly what to eat instead to protect and rebuild your strength, naturally and effectively. So if you value your independence, your ability to walk without pain, to enjoy your golden years with full mobility, then stay with me. This could be the turning point your legs have been waiting for. And don't forget, hit that like button, subscribe for weekly health tips, and leave a comment below. What fruit do you eat most often? You might be surprised by what comes next. When you think of fruits, you think of vitamins. You think of natural goodness. But here's what many seniors are never told. Even the healthiest looking fruit can hide compounds that quietly disrupt the very nutrients your legs rely on. Let's begin by asking, what does it take to maintain strong, stable legs after 60? The answer lies in 3 primary nutrient groups: magnesium, calcium, and potassium, along with a few unsung heroes like vitamin D, vitamin K2, and collagen-supporting amino acids. Magnesium is responsible for over 300 biochemical reactions in the body. When it comes to leg strength, it plays a crucial role in muscle relaxation, nerve conduction, and oxygen delivery. Low magnesium can cause leg cramps, tremors, and chronic fatigue. Yet many high-sugar fruits, especially bananas and grapes, are known to spike insulin levels, which in turn drains magnesium from your bloodstream. Then there's calcium, the cornerstone of bone health. Seniors are often told to take calcium supplements, but here's the catch. Acidic fruits, like oranges and pineapples, contain oxalates and citric acid, which can bind to calcium and reduce your body's ability to absorb it effectively. That means even if you're eating enough dairy or supplements, the calcium may never reach your bones, especially the femur, the thigh bone most vulnerable in hip fractures. Potassium, on the other hand, is key to fluid balance and muscle contraction. It works in harmony with sodium to prevent spasms and promote energy use in the muscles. Unfortunately, potassium can also be thrown off balance when consumed alongside fructose-rich fruits like watermelon, mangoes, or overripe bananas. Studies published in the American Journal of clinical nutrition show that high fructose intake impairs kidney function, disrupting how potassium is filtered and used by the body. You may now be thinking, but aren't bananas known for their potassium? Yes, and that's the trap. Bananas are indeed potassium-rich, but the problem lies in their rapid sugar release. For seniors with insulin resistance or prediabetes, a condition affecting nearly 50% of Americans over 65, this sugar rush floods the bloodstream, and the insulin spike inhibits potassium uptake into muscle cells. The result? Cramps, spasms, and that heavy leg feeling that never seems to go away. Now let's turn to vitamin D, a nutrient not found in fruit, but heavily influenced by how your body metabolizes food. Sugar and acid imbalance in fruit can impair gut absorption of vitamin D, even if you're supplementing. And without D, your calcium transport system falters. Your muscles get weaker and bones more brittle. And we can't forget about inflammation, the invisible enemy behind so many senior mobility issues. Fruits like cherries, grapes, and citrus are rich in fructose, which, when overconsumed, fuels systemic inflammation. This doesn't mean you'll break out in hives. It means your joints start to swell, your knees feel tighter, and your feet hurt more after walking short distances. This low-grade chronic inflammation is one of the primary accelerators of sarcopenia, the age-related muscle loss that robs seniors of strength and balance. Let's be clear, not all fruit is bad, but the way it interacts with an aging metabolism, weakened kidneys, and shifting hormonal landscapes can turn even a bowl of fruit salad into a daily dose of damage. Take, for example, the fruit acids in pineapple. Bromelain is often praised as an anti-inflammatory, but its combination with natural sugars and acidity can irritate already inflamed joints, especially if you have arthritis or are on blood thinners. Or think about grapes, packed with resveratrol. Yes, but also with some of the highest natural sugar content per ounce. One handful of grapes can deliver more sugar than a small candy bar, causing blood sugar to rise and potassium to fall, leaving your legs vulnerable. What does all this mean for seniors? It means that your fruit bowl should be chosen with as much care as your prescription bottle, because the right nutrients fuel your legs and the wrong ones quietly drain your strength away. In the next section, we'll uncover the 7 specific fruits that are most dangerous for leg strength, balance, and joint health, and explain why they might be undermining your health even if they've been labeled healthy your whole life. But before we go there, I want to hear from you. Do you eat fruit every day? Which ones are your favorites? Comment below, and don't forget to like and follow. For the next part of this life-saving insight, we all grow up with certain health routines so deeply ingrained that we rarely stop to question them. An apple a day keeps the doctor away. Fruit for breakfast is the healthiest choice. These beliefs shaped our choices. But what if, after 60, some of these daily habits are slowly draining your strength, especially from your legs? Let's shine a light on the 7 fruits that are often consumed with good intentions, yet bring unintended consequences to aging bodies, particularly to leg muscles, joints, and circulation. 1. Pineapple, the acidic deceiver. You might know pineapple contains bromelain, an enzyme praised for its anti-inflammatory properties. But for seniors, this tropical fruit delivers a triple threat: high acid, high sugar, and enzyme interaction with medication. Its acidity worsens joint inflammation, and the sugar spikes your insulin, draining magnesium and potassium needed for muscle balance. If you're on blood thinners, bromelain can also disrupt your dosage, making pineapple a risky addition. Whoa, bananas, the muscle myth. Bananas are often labeled as a muscle-friendly snack due to their potassium. But did you know that bananas also contain high levels of fructose and fast-digesting starches? For seniors with reduced insulin sensitivity, this combo causes a rapid blood sugar surge, leading to potassium dumping from cells, which results in leg cramps, swelling, and sudden fatigue, especially dangerous in the morning when eaten alone. 3. Grapes, the sugar bums in disguise. A small handful of grapes can contain over 15 grams of sugar. That's more than many packaged snacks. While grapes offer antioxidants like resveratrol, they also promote glycation, a cellular process that damages collagen and weakens muscle elasticity in legs. This can result in slower reflexes and poor balance, key contributors to senior falls. 4. Citrus fruits, the silent irritants. Oranges, tangerines, and grapefruits may brighten your breakfast table, but their acid content and high citric load can cause trouble. Citric acid is known to disrupt calcium absorption, essential for strong bones. Worse, citrus can irritate joints already dealing with osteoarthritis or inflammation, amplifying stiffness and reducing mobility. 5. Watermelon, the hydration trap. Yes, watermelon is hydrating, but that hydration comes at a price. Watermelon has a high glycemic index, meaning it converts to sugar quickly. The result is a blood sugar spike, then a crash, leaving your legs feeling tired, jittery, and unsteady. For seniors with blood sugar issues, it's a fruit best consumed in moderation and always alongside protein or fiber. 6. Mango, the tropical sugar surge. 1 cup of diced mango contains nearly 23 grams of sugar. That's more than what's found in many sugary cereals. Mangoes also contain compounds that, in excess, may irritate the digestive system and promote bloating, causing additional pressure on joints and reducing leg mobility. 7. Dried fruits, the concentrated culprits. Raisins, dates, dried apricots all seem healthy. But in dried form, fruits lose water and retain sugar, often delivering triple the glycemic impact of their fresh counterparts. Dried fruits are also sticky and acidic, making them a double threat for joints and circulation. These fruits are not inherently bad, but the way they interact with an aging body is vastly different from how they benefit the young. Seniors experience slower metabolism, weaker kidney function, and altered hormone levels, all of which amplify the negative effects of high fructose, high acid foods. Let's also talk about how fruits are consumed. Eating fruit on an empty stomach, especially first thing in the morning, causes a rapid glucose spike that your body is least prepared to handle. Instead of nourishing your muscles, it can increase inflammation, crash your energy, and worsen leg tightness before the day even begins. Another common mistake? Juicing fruits. When you juice, you remove the fiber and concentrate the sugars, making it even easier for fructose to wreak havoc on blood sugar and insulin, key disruptors of leg strength and circulation. And what about smoothies? Unless paired with healthy fats or proteins, fruit-heavy smoothies can flood your bloodstream with sugar, resulting in inflammation and depletion of magnesium, the mineral your leg muscles depend on. Even well-meaning snacks like fruit cups or fruit on the bottom. Yogurts are often loaded with added syrups, preservatives, and acidifiers that harm vascular health. Let's not forget the emotional habits. Many seniors turn to fruit as a comfort food, believing it's a guilt-free indulgence. But if you're eating 2 or 3 servings of high-sugar fruit daily without counterbalancing protein or fiber, you may be feeding the very weakness you're trying to fight. In the next section, we'll go beyond the warnings and focus on solutions. Which fruits support leg strength and how to pair them with nutrient-dense foods to turn your plate into a source of power, not pain. Before we move on, I want to hear from you. Have you been eating any of these 7 fruits daily? Drop your answer in the comments. And if this section opened your eyes, don't forget to hit that like button and share it with a loved one who might be struggling too. Now that we've uncovered the 7 fruits that silently weaken leg strength, it's time for hope and healing. Because while certain fruits may chip away at your mobility, there are other foods that restore, reinforce, and regenerate the muscle fibers, bone density, and joint health that keep your legs moving strong. Let's dive into 5 powerhouse foods every senior should consider, making a regular part of their diet to support lower body strength and vitality. 1. Sweet potatoes, the steady energy hero. Sweet potatoes are nature's slow-burning fuel, rich in complex carbohydrates, beta-carotene, and potassium, all vital for leg health. Unlike sugary fruits that cause quick energy spikes and crashes, sweet potatoes deliver a consistent stream of energy that keeps muscles nourished throughout the day. Their high potassium content prevents cramps and supports nerve signals, while beta-carotene fights oxidative stress, the invisible damage that ages muscle tissues. Plus, sweet potatoes are naturally anti-inflammatory, meaning they help calm joint pain and reduce the swelling that makes walking or standing difficult. How to use it? Roast them with olive oil, mash with a touch of cinnamon, or slice into oven-baked wedges. Aim for half a cup per meal 3 to 4 times per week. Caution: if you're on medication for kidney disease or blood pressure, consult your doctor before increasing potassium-rich foods. 2. Spinach, the circulation enhancer. Spinach might be the most underrated green in your fridge. It's packed with magnesium, iron, and natural nitrates, nutrients that boost blood flow, oxygen delivery, and muscle recovery. Magnesium relaxes muscle fibers and prevents spasms, Iron supports hemoglobin, which delivers oxygen to leg muscles. And nitrates, they convert into nitric oxide in your blood, expanding vessels, reducing blood pressure, and increasing endurance. How to use it. Lightly steam or sauté a cup of spinach daily. Add to omelets, soups, or blend into green smoothies with avocado for a leg-strengthening combo. Caution: cooking spinach reduces oxalates, compounds that can interfere with calcium absorption, so avoid eating it raw in excess. 3. Greek yogurt, the nighttime muscle builder. Greek yogurt is a complete protein source, offering up to 20 grams per serving, rich in casein, a slow-digesting protein ideal for overnight muscle repair. Seniors often experience nighttime leg cramps, and one of the best preventions is protein paired with calcium before bed. Greek yogurt also contains vitamin D and probiotics, which reduce systemic inflammation and improve nutrient absorption. How to use it. Eat 3-4 times per week, preferably before bed. Add chia seeds or a sprinkle of cinnamon for flavor without added sugar. Caution: choose unsweetened varieties. If you're lactose intolerant, look for lactose-free options or mix with almond-based alternatives. Or fatty fish, the omega-3 defender. Salmon, sardines, and mackerel are rich in EPA and DHA, two omega-3 fatty acids that reduce inflammation, improve circulation, and increase muscle cell sensitivity to protein. Aging muscles often struggle to rebuild because they become less responsive to amino acids, but omega-3s enhance this response, helping you maintain or even rebuild muscle mass into your 70s and beyond. How to use it. Aim for 2 servings, 3-4 Oz each per week. Grill, bake, or poach with lemon and herbs. Caution: be mindful of mercury content in large fish. Choose wild-caught over farmed when possible. 5. Almonds, the bone and nerve protector. Almonds are rich in magnesium, calcium, and vitamin E, an ideal trio for bone strength, nerve signaling, and oxidative stress reduction. They're also full of healthy fats that support joint flexibility. For seniors with arthritis, daily almond intake can reduce stiffness, while magnesium content helps relax tight leg muscles and prevent restless leg syndrome. How to use it. Snack on a small handful, about 15-20 almonds daily. Look for dry roasted, unsalted versions. Caution: they're calorie dense. Avoid oversnacking if managing weight. Also chew carefully to avoid choking if swallowing is difficult. What about fruits that help? Yes, not all fruits are bad for seniors. Here are 3 leg-friendly fruits to include in moderation. Avocado. Technically a fruit rich in potassium and monounsaturated fats. Supports nerve health and reduces inflammation. Blueberries. High in antioxidants, particularly anthocyanins, which protect blood vessels and enhance muscle recovery. Cherries in moderation, especially tart cherries, contain compounds that reduce joint inflammation and aid sleep, supporting nighttime muscle repair. But remember, always pair fruits with protein or fat to slow down sugar absorption and protect your legs from sudden insulin spikes. In the next part, we'll explore how physical movement, stretching, sleep quality, and even physical therapy can combine with these foods to rebuild strength, balance, and confidence in every step you take. Before we continue, I'd love to hear from you. Which of these foods do you already eat? And which one will you try this week? Drop a comment below, and don't forget to like, follow, and share with someone who needs stronger, steadier legs. Imagine standing up from a chair without pain, climbing stairs without gripping the railing, walking through your neighborhood without fear of stumbling. For many seniors, these aren't luxuries, they are goals. And the path to achieving them is not only paved with nutrition, but also movement, recovery, and intentional habits that strengthen the very foundation of your independence, your legs. Let's begin with the cornerstone, functional movement. 1. Leg strengthening exercises for seniors. You don't need to run marathons to restore your legs. In fact, low-impact exercises done consistently are often more effective than occasional intense workouts. Here are 3 gentle yet powerful movements that help. Sit-to-stand repetitions, simply. Practice standing up and sitting down from a sturdy chair. This mimics daily life and strengthens quads, glutes, and calves. Wall squats, assisted. With your back against the wall, slide down slightly and hold for 10-20 seconds. This activates core and thigh muscles without strain on the knees. Heel raises, standing tall while holding onto a counter. Rise up on your toes slowly and lower. This improves calf strength and ankle stability, essential for balance. Frequency. Perform each movement 2 to 3 sets per day, 3-5 days per week. Start slowly. Even 5 repetitions per set can make a difference if done consistently. Caution: always use support if you feel unsteady, and consult your doctor before starting any new routine. Stretching, the forgotten key to mobility. As we age, muscles shorten and joints stiffen. This limits mobility and increases fall risk. Regular stretching improves flexibility, circulation, and reduces the microtension that builds up in leg muscles. Focus on hamstring stretches, seated on the floor or chair, hip flexor stretches, gentle lunges, ankle circles, and point flex motions. Hold each stretch for 15-30 seconds, breathing slowly. Aim to stretch daily, especially after walks or light workouts. Walking, the simple strength builder. Walking remains one of the safest and most effective leg exercises for seniors. It enhances cardiovascular health, builds endurance, and improves balance. Even a 10-minute daily walk around your block can stimulate blood flow to your leg muscles, reducing stiffness and boosting strength over time. If outdoor walking is difficult, indoor mall walks or treadmills at low speed work too. Pro tip: walk after meals. It aids digestion and helps manage post-meal blood sugar, reducing inflammation and supporting muscle recovery. 4. The role of rest and sleep in muscle recovery. Muscles don't grow during activity. They grow during rest. Poor sleep or disrupted sleep cycles cause hormonal imbalances, increasing cortisol, a stress hormone, and decreasing growth hormone levels, both of which are essential for muscle repair. Seniors need between 7 to 8 hours of high-quality sleep to allow muscle fibers to regenerate. Poor sleep also leads to increased leg pain and cramping, weakened reaction times and balance, poor nutrient absorption, especially magnesium and vitamin D. Sleep hygiene tips: avoid caffeine after 2 p.m. Keep your room cool, dark, and quiet. Establish a bedtime routine with light stretching or reading. Avoid heavy meals or sugary fruits right before bed. Physical therapy: when to seek professional help. If leg weakness, chronic joint pain, or balance issues persist despite lifestyle changes, working with a licensed physical therapist, PT, can be a game changer. A PT evaluates your muscle imbalances, gait, posture, and range of motion, then creates a custom program to restore function. This may include resistance band exercises, electrical stimulation therapy, balance boards, or gait retraining. According to the National Council on Aging, seniors who engage in structured physical therapy report a 40% reduction in falls within 6 months. Ask your doctor about a referral, especially if you've experienced 2 or more falls in the past year, ongoing leg or hip pain, difficulty getting in and out of bed or chairs. 6. Don't forget hydration and circulation. Poor circulation is often overlooked, yet it's one of the biggest culprits behind leg cramps, swelling, and weakness. Even mild dehydration thickens your blood, reduces nutrient delivery, and weakens muscle contractions. Drink at least 6 to 8 cups of water daily, more if you exercise. Add electrolyte-rich options like herbal tea, bone broth, or cucumber-infused water for additional support. For better blood flow, consider leg elevation for 10-15 minutes after activity, and avoid crossing your legs for long periods. Together, movement, rest, and professional guidance form a trifecta that can reclaim your strength no matter your age. But the most powerful part? These strategies are within your control. They cost nothing. They require no prescription, just intention and consistency. In our final section, we'll bring everything together into a simple 7-day plan to revive your leg strength, plus a powerful reminder of why your independence is always worth protecting. But first, tell me, what kind of movement do you enjoy most? Gentle walks? Gardening? Dancing in the kitchen? Share your story in the comments, and let's inspire each other to keep moving forward. You've come a long way, from uncovering the hidden dangers in your fruit bowl to discovering the foods, exercises, and daily habits that truly nourish your legs. But information, no matter how powerful, is only useful when it leads to action. That's why this final section is all about putting what you've learned into motion. Literally. Let's begin by reviewing the core message. Strong legs are not built overnight, but neither are they lost overnight. They weaken through 1,000 tiny choices each day, but they can be rebuilt just as surely through deliberate steps, thoughtful meals, and smart movement routines. If you're ready to reclaim your stability, confidence, and strength, here's your simple 7-day plan to begin transforming your legs from the inside out. Day 1. Replace and rebuild. Remove one harmful fruit from your diet, today like pineapple or grapes, and replace it with a leg-friendly choice, like blueberries or avocado. Prepare a dinner that includes roasted sweet potatoes and spinach, and finish your evening with a cup of Greek yogurt. Day 2. Start moving. Add 10 minutes of intentional walking, either outdoors or around your home. Do 5 sit-to-stand repetitions from a sturdy chair. Drink at least 8 cups of water and limit sugar intake. Day 3. Strength and stretch. Try heel raises and gentle wall squats, holding onto a counter for safety. Follow with hamstring and ankle stretches before bed. Tonight, aim for 7+ hours of uninterrupted sleep. Day 4. Nourish your muscles. Eat a high-protein breakfast, such as scrambled eggs, with spinach, and snack on unsalted almonds in the afternoon. Elevate your legs for 15 minutes in the evening to support circulation. Day 5. Learn and adjust. Reflect on which of the 7 fruits you may still be consuming. Read nutrition labels, check juice ingredients, and plan how you'll continue avoiding high fructose triggers. Add a short meditative walk to focus on balance and breathing. Day 6. Hydration and healing. Prepare a vegetable-rich soup, broccoli, carrots, onions, to hydrate and support joint function. Skip dried fruits or sweet desserts today. Instead, enjoy cherry-infused water or herbal tea for joint support. Day 7. Your strength check-in. Repeat your sit-to-stand exercise from day 2 and notice if you feel any change. Stretch for 5 minutes. Then journal. How do my legs feel today compared to last week? Celebrate your commitment. You've already started reversing decline. Your strength is your freedom. Every choice you make about what you eat, how you move, and how you rest affects not only your legs, but your quality of life. Strong legs mean you can climb stairs without fear, walk through the grocery store without needing support, play with your grandchildren without exhaustion, travel, garden, and live on your own terms. But more importantly, strong legs mean freedom. Freedom to be yourself, unassisted, unafraid, and full of life. The foods you choose, the fruits you avoid, the exercises you commit to, these are not minor decisions. They are life-shaping habits. You don't need perfection, just progress. And you've already begun. Now I want to hear from you. Which fruit surprised you the most? Have you experienced unexplained leg pain, weakness, or swelling? What part of this plan do you feel ready to commit to this week? Leave your story in the comments below. You never know who you might inspire. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this guide with someone you care about, someone who needs to hear that their strength is still within reach. Together, we can help more seniors walk tall, live free, and stay independent, one strong step at a time.